Thank you for tuning into the podcast, and thanks to our sponsor, SS96. Still rocking with us in 2022, and it's so amazing. We appreciate you. SS96 is putting out new merch and still has some of your favorites. Get your Executive Productions t-shirts, Swish Masters t-shirts, as well as Farm Raised Entertainment t-shirts. Don't forget to check out Straight Stoners music, as well as my own release under Executive Productions. It's available on all streaming platforms, and new music is in the works, so stay tuned. Go to ss96.net and use the promo code SWISHMASTERS to get this kind of merch today. Thank you all again. We're grateful.
And of course, you have so many different trade rumors going on. I mean, we had things about Bradley Beal, we had things about Kemba, De'Aaron Fox. We're not going to get into all that because all that is just still kind of speculation and rumors and who these teams are trying to target. And honestly, sometimes these teams put this out there just to see what the lay of the land is, Is there anything we could get for this player or this player? So we'll see.
We shall see.
One situation that I don't think is a rumor, got to go back to it. Uh-oh. James Harden. Last podcast, we talked about how upset this man is. He did not play today. And the Nets just suffered their 8th straight loss. 8 straight losses. That locker room is not happy. Winning cures everything. And when you ain't winning, there's gonna be some tensions and some stuff. Kyrie played, but it wasn't enough.
Kyrie came out and said that he still hasn't really been able to adjust because of his ankle injury as well. Kevin Durant is not playing.
He's not playing. And then Kyrie say it's like a part-time. Did he not say that? He said that, right?
I don't know.
You keep talking. I'm gonna make sure I get the right quote up. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, the fact is, Kyrie while it's been, it's good to see him back. He still hasn't really made an impact because of, I guess, just the lack of consistency. He only plays road games, and if they're not on a road streak, he's out for whatever amount of games. KD's hurt. Harden still is like battling his hamstring issues, and obviously has tried to change his game a little bit, kind of playing second fiddle with KD. And I mean, it's a lot of weight on a guy that thought he was going to be in a situation with 2 of the best players in the league, and now you're regretting your decision. It's kind of sucks for James. You know what I mean? Like he can't really. I feel like he can't be him. You know what I mean? Like in Houston, obviously he was the man and he could do what he wanted. And he's still James Harden. He can still get buckets, but I feel like he's been trying to be on this adjustment for so long, and now there's no camaraderie. It's just kind of like a bunch of stuff going on in Brooklyn outside of basketball that is difficult to deal with, and you're losing. So
yeah, it's definitely a lot. So you got all the losing going on. You got Kyrie being a part-time player. You got KD. You can't really. It's okay, KD being hurt. It's okay. That's understandable.
Next month.
Just the situation itself is just so frustrating, and I get that. And so this is the actual quote though from Kyrie though. He said, so let me get this straight. This is in an article from The Athletic. Apparently the reporter spoke to his aunt. And the aunt was having dinner with Irving one day, and they were having a conversation where Irving apparently disclosed that the NBA is more or less just a job in his eyes. And he told her that basketball was, was more or less just a job. That's it. So, we know Kyrie's stance is he's different. He's clearly, and I'm not gonna say basketball is everything. I mean, clearly there's life outside of basketball.
Yeah.
But during the season and during the grind, everybody's like, the more together you are, focus on the same goal, the better your chances, the better the chemistry. And that's somewhat of what we're seeing here with this 8-game losing streak, the inconsistency.
Yeah.
That combined with the injuries it's tough. It's tough.
Honestly, when you think about how the team is built still, I mean, they made improvements by getting Patty Mills. They signed LaMarcus Aldridge. They have Blake Griffin, even though he's technically out of the rotation. They cut Paul Millsap. I still don't know who the team is outside of those names.
Right.
DeAndre Bembry, maybe. I don't know anyone else.
That sounds familiar.
But yeah, I don't know, man. James Harden. I still think that I feel like it's gonna be experimental. They're gonna like toy with it, think about it, but not really do anything. I feel like James is gonna be still a member of the Nets.
Yeah, let's continue the story because eventually, a couple days later, after we got reports that the Nets were full go from Shams, and Shams is almost just as reliable as Woj in that area.
Oh yeah.
So Shams put it out like, hey, the Nets are open for a trade to trade James Harden, and of course you got Philly, of course, looking into it. We'll see what happens. And then a few days later, KD comes out saying Harden wants to be here. Then you got Steve Nash, the coach, coming out saying we ain't letting go of Harden. But
James Harden is not.
they're not. But they're not the GM.
They are not.
They're not. And I personally think that James Harden is out of there.
Oh man.
We'll see what happens though. If we're wrong, we're wrong. But I think he's out of there. Now, as a GM, I think you should keep him, and then let the contract run out, do a sign and trade, get some assets back. But it's a risk when you do that, though. It's in the player's best interest to do a sign and trade because that way he can keep the bird rights, and when the contract's up again, he can get a bigger contract. But I don't know. It's always a risk because. Speaking from OKC fan, we let KD's contract run out. We ain't getting no assets back. Nothing. So it's a risk, but I don't know. Is it so based on this 8 straight loss and all this James Harden-ness and all the drama and the Kyrie not playing consistently, is it time to hit the panic button for the Nets?
I wouldn't hit the panic button necessarily because you still have KD, and any team with KD is going to be fine as long as they take their time with him and allow him to come back strong from his injury. They'll be okay as far as like playoff contention and everything. But this James Harden situation is a rough patch for sure. I just don't. If I'm just this is just me. Ben Simmons is obviously the player where when Philly and Brooklyn come up, that's the name, Ben Simmons. And right now, I still, even with James Harden not being 100% or having a diminished role or not being the James Harden that we know him to be, I'm still taking that James Harden over Ben Simmons compared to. And respectfully.
Yeah, that's the thing about Ben.
I'm taking.
He has decreased his trade value so much just by not playing. And the last time we saw him was unfortunately when he didn't want to take a layup over Trae Young. That's the last time we saw him.
Yeah.
And this stuff that's going on right now we ain't get into all that either, but I don't know. It's a lot of question marks around Ben Simmons right now, and his decision making. And we didn't really get into it, but like he's trying to get his money for the season. He's up to like millions of dollars in fines for not playing. And the reason he's not playing is because of mental. Maybe we talked about that. And
He's
compared to some people around the league, it looks kind of, if you focus on mental health, why not just focus on that and not, I don't know. It's a gray area right now. I don't know, man.
I don't know his. I'm not ever going to question anyone's,
Right.
or mental health.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't want, like, if he says it, I'm inclined to believe him. But apparently around the league, it seems like there's a hint like they don't believe it based on reports of like some people that are prominent in the league, like Stephen A. Smith and other people that follow closely the league, Broussard, other people. So like, it's tough.
Yeah.
And again, they're not saying that he's not going through it, just saying that there's speculation.
Yeah. I'm not doubting he's trying to mentally rehabilitate or become mentally healthy in a state. But
Right.
I think what comes into play with his situation is the fact that Philly has offered.
They offer help, but he's not seeking that. That's the issue.
He's taking the fines. He's losing money at this point, and money obviously doesn't mean everything to everyone. It shouldn't, but
if he at least report, they can at least justify paying him at least. Like, and again, they try to help him. I don't know at this point. He's just
I don't know,
but down, and it's like, as a team, do you want to take that risk? Is he even mentally ready to play? What's to say you trade for him? Is he going to play? Is he in the condition to play?
That's
the thing.
The only thing with this hypothetical Brooklyn Philly trade is that is for me, what I would listen to is if I'm going like a package. You know what I mean? Like if you want James Harden and you want me to take Ben Simmons, give me Tobias Harris, give me Maxey, give me like a package or something. I need
Maxey in any of those deals.
I need something. Like Tobias Harris has been like rumored to be in the trade block, and I don't know if Philly really wants to give him up because I feel like he's a great player. He's a great asset for the team, but if I'm Brooklyn, there's no way I'm just like Simmons and some draft picks or cash considerations, whatever. There's no way I'm just taking Ben Simmons. And then, like you said, is he gonna play? Is he gonna be mentally able to play? And
I just thought about
he
this
meshed
too.
with this team, with KD, with
Right.
part-time Kyrie. Like, there's a lot of question marks that I would rather not risk if I'm the Nets.
Yeah, I just thought about this too. If you can't face Phillies fans, then let New York get a hold of you.
Brooklyn, Best
I'm just saying New York, period.
Right?
Because New York supports New York teams as a whole. Yeah. So like, if he, I hope the best for Ben Simmons, bro. Because we did not see his career being like this right now.
He was supposed to be the second LeBron. A lot of people thought he was a left-handed LeBron. He was a jump shot away. But now it looks like he's
still a kind of a jump shot away, and just the mindset now but his team is doing so well, literally without him. So can you imagine you have an all-star that is not playing, but your team is this level, and you don't want to try to get a championship just because of whatever's going on? They have a good chance to get a championship this year if he was playing and if he was like on the right,
I mean,
everyone had a good chance, but because of that, it decreases your title chances. If I'm Philly, I would try to get some type of value back that can help me win now. But wow, Joel Embiid's balling out of his mind right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people have been talking about wasting this year of Joel Embiid's prime. He's playing. He's not hurt. He's playing phenomenal. He's an MVP candidate. Philly is still legit. They have a window right now, and not only Ben Simmons, we know he's like, all right, he's pretty much checked out, right? But then there's flack on Daryl Morey, on the organization, for not making the call, not making a move, or seeming like they're trying to like just slowly walk this trade through. And I don't know. I feel like it's tough because I get it. Like Daryl Morey wants a lot for Ben Simmons. He wants another All-Star. And when Ben Simmons was, playing and healthy, he's an All-Star caliber player. But I don't know. At this point, he's just refusing to play. Whether it's, I'm not questioning the mental health, but I don't know. I haven't heard of anything that he's done to do that besides sitting out, not being in Philadelphia. And at this point, I would like to see something done about that. I would, if I'm a Philly fan, especially, like I don't want to waste this time. Like, this is our chance to get a title with Embiid playing and healthy, which is his only problem is health.
The issue. You got such a good chance, man. It's tough. It's being, like you said, it seems like you're being wasted by it. So
they could be competing for a championship like this year. Honestly, if
the East this is the most vulnerable the East has been right now.
Yeah,
it's clear that the Nets are not the heavyweights like we thought they would be.
The Nets. I said that last week. Like, the Nets are in disarray, and this is a time if my Heat, Philly, Milwaukee, like Chicago, this is the time. Like, I'm attacking like right now. Like, this is I'm about to grind like the All-Star break.
Yeah, because everybody's at the same level in the East. To me, that's competing.
Yeah,
there's no one that's just way up here than everybody else.
It's wide open.
It's a little bit like that, but in the East, it's wide open. The East,
it's wide open. Like 1 through 5, legit have a chance.
Yeah, they legit have a chance to win. But in the West, it's still like Warriors, Suns, everybody else. Like,
pretty much. Yeah.
So
I mean, Grizzlies. Shout out to the Grizzlies.
Shout out to Grizzlies too. You're right. Good point.
They're playing amazing basketball right now, man. Ja Morant, MVP candidate, in my opinion. Ooh, I love it. I love it.
That'd be interesting to see a young. Okay.
I love Memphis, man.
D Rose vibe.
Just said they run up the chimney. They don't. They want all the smoke. So I love it.
That'd be cool to see. I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah.
But man, just do something. Anyway, we'll see what'll be done.
We'll see.
We'll see what'll be done. But we'll be talking about this, and but we're gonna have our live, right? When we do, we'll do a live stream we'll react to all the trade content, and we also react to other news around the NBA around that time. Because we're bound. I feel like we're gonna get a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
I feel like we're gonna get a lot of stuff. Just like we said, with the East being wide open, this is the team's chances now to make something happen, which is, again, another good move for the Cavs to get carries.
Yep.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. But yeah, everyone tune in Thursday, February 10th, 8:00 Central Time, PM. Tune in. YouTube Live, Facebook. We're going to be discussing whatever news has happened or is happening, all-star stuff, everything. Tune in, tap in with us for sure. Yep.